Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Jordan's Tractor Vlog videos. We got my friend behind the camera today, and we have the articulator out because I've got some pretty exciting but sad news. After long, hard talk, consideration, I've decided to let this go. So tomorrow I am dropping it off to a very good friend of mine. He's handed me some money for this, and it's going to be his tractor now. The reason I'm selling it is we are moving up in life. We are getting rid of this to get a car. I'm purchasing a classic car tomorrow that's very original to the time, and it's going to help grow this YouTube channel. The guy that I'm selling this to, I know he's going to take very good care of it, and I just wanted to make one last kind of video of kind of a walk around of it, maybe one last little drive here of the wheel horse articulator that a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of building, but can't keep them all. I'm passionate about my restored tractors right now and the other projects, and it's time for this one to move on. So kind of walk you guys around here, give you a little more in detail with a full 100% on this baby. Come on in here, camera guy. Give you the rundown here. So I know I've talked a lot about this tractor. Now in details, let's talk about these fenders for a minute. So these fenders have 4 pieces of wheel horse actual D-series fenders in them, and they're all cut and integrated into different shapes and fabricated together. If you look in here, this is the back piece of a footrest on a D-series that we cut off. This is one piece here, okay? This is another piece here that we flipped upside down. And then that piece is flipped upside down and welded on the back side. And then this is the top part of the fender. So basically this whole fender right here is just a wheel horse fender. And this part here, this is the back fender just flipped backwards. And those were some of the coolest fenders, and literally they just bolt to the chassis of the tractor, which was so cool when we designed them. Both sides are like that. Both rear fenders are factory. These are the fenders they would have had, except we trimmed the backs a little bit, kind of give a little bit more contour. Another thing that everybody always asks is, why is your gas tank backwards? Well, I did it because it's different. Nobody does it. So this gas tank is supposed to be this way, but I flipped it because the way this gas tank goes, it flows with this fender cut here, and it kind of just goes all the way back through the whole tractor. It's like when you're building a motorcycle and you want things to float. Alright, flip the seat up. Now the seat also stays stationary with the whole front of the tractor. It's a plate that's mounted to the chassis frame of a wheel horse itself. Basically this is the chassis that we back halved, and then this is a box that was custom built by a very good friend of mine, and it pivots. And when I got it, it turned too much, but it also didn't have enough grease zerks. So I added some reinforcements down here, 3/16 plate welded in there, and then I put these 2 grease zerks in. So basically it's pull this pin out, pull that pin out, and this front of this whole tractor comes off, which is awesome. Same way with this back. This tractor is stationary the whole time. All 4 wheels stay on the ground. So when it turns left or right, but it also, the back end stays. And that's how I did that, by this plate right there. So I'm gonna kind of tilt the tractor up, and I wanna see you guys can see this rotation here of how much this thing twists. It's really cool. So if we go up with this baby, put a grip on the tires here. So that baby twists. So when I mean this thing will pretty much flip upside down a rock climb. And it does that both ways. Left to right, both ways, right? Then that turns your turn in the center, right there. Now if you come over here, we will show you guys, I'll show you the 4-inch lift that we did to clear these big 27 Desert Storm tires. When I mean Desert Storm, I mean they're SATs, 2's Firestone 16s with 3-inch rim, fat profile A tire. So this is a 4" by 3" angled, 1/4 inch, and that is welded to these angle brackets that bolt to the axles. So everything on this tractor, when we fabricated and thought this up, this thing is so easy to unbolt. It's so simple, stupid, and executed perfectionly. We've even got working rear taillights. All the electrical on this thing has been heat shrunk with double butt connectors, so it's extra heavy duty. Working 3-point does go up and down. All hydraulic hoses were purchased from a hydraulic shop, so the hydraulic hoses are like fucking 8,000 PSI beyond anything else you're gonna need. It was a frame up restoration. All these came off. These dash plate here, all was off, sprayed with black, and then I went through with a marker, paint marker, and we did all these letters. New choke cable, new throttle cable, working 3-points. Let's see here. Oh, the turning cylinder down here. This is actually a wheel horse lift cylinder for like your HY2 lifts, which is right here, which is very cool. That was rebuilt by a friend of mine who does wheel horse parts and more. The next thing was the horsepower. We were trying to figure out what horsepower we wanted to go with. So this is a 20 horse Kohler V-twin. The heads I sent to a friend, and he had shaved the heads. I believe it's like 8 thousandths. We also put a 10 thousandths head gasket in it. The spark plugs that are in here are shimmed up so they don't hit the cylinder wall. Custom made exhaust, wrapped the headers because the exhaust here was kind of getting hot on the hood. This is your oil tank, just a simple bracket with some spring on it. This spring here has duct tape on it because I didn't have a piece of fuel line or something that would have fit over this properly at the time. So you could technically take that off and you can put whatever you want. There is another ear over here. Put another spring on if you wanted. Your dipstick, which you always got to think with your dipstick. Dipstick for a dipstick. And down there you got, let's see here, more hydraulic lines and a bunch of more stuff. Travel control valve, we've got a steering cylinder and in the front of the engine here, this is the pump that powers the fluid. This is the feed line, which is 1 inch. And then the other side, I believe, was a 3/8, which is the pressure side. This engine, when I got this engine, was completely not working. So this engine's been fully built, gone through, ready to go. And let me tell you, dude, this thing runs like a beast. This is one of the greatest running engines I've ever had. Sounds like a Harley. That's all she wrote. It was a fun project. It was fun to build. Someday we'll build another one. God, I hope so. But it's time to move on and get things in life that are more fun. I'm ready to move on and step it up. So be sure to check out all the build series of this tractor. Be sure to like my YouTube channel. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't seen any other of my videos. And there's lots of videos to check out, so I appreciate all my entertainment friends that like my videos. So you guys like, subscribe, and we're going to take a video of giving this to the guy and moving on tomorrow. As long as he wants to be on camera. So, new video dropping next week of the new car. So you guys are going to want to stick around for that. So this is going to be goodbye to the